How are you stopping gun split close or are slowing it down?
It's tough. Gun split close is tough.
So I'll come out in the halfback wheel, and we'll talk a little bit about what we like about the gun split close. So now, what I find tough about the gun split close is you always have the tight end barnage to the flat. Like,
always good.
Unless you play cover 2, like that's going to get you a 4-yard catch and an 8-yard gain upfield.
Yep.
So that's one thing you've got to consider with the gun split close.
Yep.
Now the corner route, it's not as good. To Hawkins, it's definitely not as good. That's
play a hard flat.
That's the thing I would give. Unless you play the hard flat, then you give up the corner.
Mm-hmm.
So do you go Mabel Gibbs? Do you go because the other good note about the gun split close this year is this power O. I've been saying it. It is indeed more effective.
It's really good, and
it's more effective than it's been.
The fullback
it used to be the worst.
The fullback, no. Well, last year it was bad.
Yeah.
The year previous, really good. The year everyone ran it with the drag out of the backfield, really good. It just wasn't good last year. But the fullback inside in the Steelers and in the Cardinals playbook, in combo with the halfback power out, is probably the best gun running combination you can have in the entire game.
The last portion is once you pay all that attention to the right side of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you potentially have this X route as the backbreaker just right across the middle.
Yeah. Well,
so what do you do to slow down the gun split close?
Well, first and foremost, we got to talk about what is the power play this year at gun split close. I like the play you're using there, but go to gun split close and give me a wide receiver corner, because this
People
is
like this one.
This is what's really good about this is that like even if I were to go to like the cover 2 here, like that corner, run into the corner, like that should like over time like I think maybe against the cover 3 that was a bad example there because he's cloud flat, but cover 3, let me just go cover 3 quick. It might be Mabel. Yeah, it's gonna be Mabel, but I think you can get depth, like especially if they're playing there. Like you could throw people throw that route
early.
To me.
They throw it early. I got you. I've been waiting on it. Yeah.
Right, and then you have the post over the middle of the field, and then you can still get to halfback wheel. Like you can still get there.
Right. So you come out in wide receiver corner, then you call halfback wheel.
Right, and then believe it or not, the play action play this year is actually really good.
The slide play.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, people have been calling that against me too.
Yeah, because when you go to the slide here, so quick audible left, and then streak prior, or fade prior. So then you look at the route progression on the left side. You have 3 level routes.
Yep.
Coleman to A, to then to the A receiver to B receiver.
And if they went Mabel,
right, that toasts them.
Right. So yeah.
It's
that
really
makes
good.
sense.
It's really good.
That makes sense. That's a good mini combo.
I'll tell you, gun split close is better than you think it is. I think that you really need to have the fullback inside to run it really effective.
You need the Steelers version?
Steelers or Cardinals version to be really effective, but yeah. But how do you stop it? I think Mabel is like your first step, like because the reason for it is you're going to completely take out the right side of the field. So if you run the split close or the halfback wheel, you'll see that you're going to take away the quick flat, and the corner will be gone.
And then I user the middle.
Then you user the middle like that. I mean, you could still sneak that in, but over the life of the game, like
you just got to get a pick one time.
Yeah, and I think what you want to is you'd want like Denard like here, like
right.
You cut him there, and he'll play that flat route better when you go to wheel. Like he'll
right. And then I still do the Tweezy setup from last year, which crushes man. So if they go to man, you can go with that, but definitely an option.
Yeah, we ran that setup a million times last year,
right?
Where you motion halfback left. So a guy like LeBron James in chat is telling us 3 times to do that. That's definitely something that we recognize. We've done it for a very long time. Yeah, you can, and the beautiful thing too is if you motion him to the left, you can put him on an in. So if you motion him left, it kind of creates like a gun tight flex, which is kind of cool. And you can do the same motion with your fullback. So now you got a gun tight flex. I like it in there rather than a slant because it'll run in. So you get a high low right there between him and it's tough. It's pretty good. But I think something like people are saying, well, play cover 2 man. Well, the problem with cover 2 man is you can still, if you're in the halfback wide receiver corner, you could throw this route to prior, to X.
To X
and to B.
Right as he cuts.
Yeah, so that's the problem I have if you play man. And you can throw the B route. You can throw the B route open as well if I play man. You'll see here at snap when he goes. You got to throw it like we were talking last
earlier.
week. You got to throw it
ready
earlier.
there.
Yeah, you got to throw it early. And Coleman, with a better route running, he'll get open. But that's what I don't like about man. So I would really just recommend something as simple as guys like go ahead, call Mabel,
and then user the backside.
Like I'd put Johnson here. Right. You're gonna have Aloka take away anything over there, and then just sit on this post.
Yeah,
just sit on the post. Like this is the D. Like that's the D, and then clamp down. Now clamp down on that drag, make them throw that. Like,
yep,
that's the defense to stop split close.
Mabel, it'll auto adjust to the side with the 2 receivers.
Right,
and then user the backside. I might even user the lefts all the way on the left.
Well, see, this is what happens to me, right? So when I want to blitz, this is that blitz I was running, right?
Yeah.
So I go like this, and then I notice I try to get this guy over here, hard flat him. But now this is the blitz I want to run.
You pick your poison between the X route or the corner route.
You can now throw the corner. That's the problem. So like that's why I really suggest the Mabel. Like the blitz is coming. Blitz is good. Like blitz is fire, but then that happens.
Right.
You know. So.
Makes sense. Yeah, some zone for sure. Zan's recommendation is the dollar or the 146 cover 2 sink. The soft squat vertical hooks.
Soft squat stuff.
Leave you to user the skinny post, which is the route across the middle. Yeah. You definitely want to get your zones out there and then user the backside post and let it flow. So a nice play, super tough.
Tell you what, it's a nice wrinkle to add in.
Yeah.
Like in the Browns and Colts that I've been running, like it's a nice
I would say
wrinkle.
So here's what happened, right? So at the start of the year I was actually running the Patriots playbook with the X-Drag trail, which is like a very specific play. It's only in that playbook.
Right.
And then I would go to the wide receiver corner. Now, at the start of the year, you don't have all your reads, you don't have all your plays. You go back to the last year's game. At the start of last year, 16, I ran this for 25 yards, and you could bomb it deep.
Right, but don't forget, we ran it at the end of 15. The last half of 15, this became the O because the corner route got open.
Right, but then in 17,
right,
what happened was I would go and wait for the A route to get open, and it doesn't get open because they can actually defend it. And so then I was like, I'm out on gun split close. I'm out. But now that I'm in the Browns playbook, I'm in on gun split close because you still have this route to beat man-to-man coverage. The run's actually pretty good.
Yep. That slant's tough.
And I know all the reads. Right. And I know I get this RB, like, I know I have that all day. And I get like 12 free yards a game until they cover it. So I'm now back in on it, despite being out on it. But now that I have other formations because I didn't rely on this, I have more of an offensive scheme, and now I come back to it. That's a good strategy when you're developing your game plan. So
right, but like take it to the next level there. Why do we recommend learning the schemes and the fundamentals that we try and like show here?
Right.
Because like that stuff translates year over year. Like when we tell you to run like the main concept that you should run on offense is a flood. Mm-hmm. Like that's how long have we been telling people to flood zones with a corner, a streak, and a flat? Like 9 years, a decade. For a decade, we've been talking to people about that's how you want to attack zone.
Right.
Right. With a vertical, a corner, and a flat. Like and those reads, those tendencies, they transition year after year after year after year.
Every year. You're just way better off.
It's real stuff.